Okay, let's do another quick experiment using an alpha channel. Let's have some fun with this. So I'm going to say File Open. Let's see, make sure I'm in Photoshop. File Open, and then I'm going to open up some of the scan splatter that I've been working with. Um, Normally in my in-person class, I bring these in for everybody to scan. I think what I'm going to do is put some of these scans up on Canvas for you to grab and experiment with, or you can find other splatters, or you can make your own, which these are on fairly large sheets, and I just splattered India ink on there and then let it dry, and then I can scan these, and I'll show you how to make this look like watercolor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, so I'm going to say select all, Command A, um, Command C, or Control C if you're on a PC. Copy. Then I want to go over to my channels, and I'm going to make a new channel by hitting this little icon down here, and I'm going to paste this, Command B. So I want to remind you that right now this isn't very black and white. There's a lot of grays, but I want to invert this because I want wherever the spots are to be where my color will go. So I'm going to go to Image, let's see, is Image Adjustments, Invert, Command I. So now, wherever you see white or gray or little variations of gray, this will all become a selection. So you'll see that when I bring this in onto my layer, well, we can have some fun with this. So I'm going to go back to layers, and I'm going to make a new layer, and it's blank. What you're seeing through here is this original scan that I brought in. I'm going to delete that, or basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a color and fill it. So I'm going to say Option Delete. That will fill that layer with that color. And then I'm going to move up to this blank layer. And remember over here we made a channel. It's called Alpha 1. And I'm going to go back to my layers. I want to go and I want to load a selection. That alpha channel is exactly considered a selection. So it's a pretty cool way that you can bring a drawing in, and that drawing that's black and white can become a selection with all the little subtle grays and all those things. So we're going to have some fun with that. So I'm going to say select, load selection, and I'm going to go to my alpha 1. Remember what I did over here under channels, I had alpha 1, and that's going to bring in a selection. And you can see the marching ants. These, wherever you see this outline of the selection, that's where it's over a 50% gray. There's actually other grays in here that you can't see. And if I was to Option Delete with black, let me just do this. I'm going to Option Delete black. You can see that it brings in black, and you're seeing through to this tan color back here, that tan background. I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to show you something really fun. I'm going to go to gradients, and in gradients you can pick different gradients, and I'm going to bring in, I'm going to pick a spectrum gradient, and I'm going to drag it from one end to the other, and you can see it fills in this spectrum gradient. That's on that layer. I can turn that off or on. If I want to, I can come in with a brush tool. I'm going to grab a big brush here. It's a soft brush. I'll make it, I'll make it, say, I'll make it like almost 1,000 pixels. And then I'll pick a color for it. I'll pick some red that you can notice. And I can brush inside that selection. So you can do any work you want to do inside that selection. You can have some fun with that. So that's one way of bringing in some a selection of these splatters that you can come in and paint and do different types of effects on there. I can also come in and I can put a layer effect on this, and I can say put bevel and emboss, and I can say make it a down bevel, and then when we zoom in here you can kind of see it kind of does this kind of fun kind of look to it. So I just want to show you how I separated out the splatter scan onto a separate layer. Have some fun with that.